Fake love might get a man killed. Fake love might get a man drilled. I had to tell them, let a man heal. Tell a man ease up. Getting my peas up, won't get a feel up. Is she in feeler? Food in the freezer. Them man try step with the heater. That's why my G's them roll with a squeezer. Expensive gas for the meter. Call me the teacher. True man I leading, call me a leader. Down for the anarchy, them man I sing to the feds like Valerie. Any violations, man I see casualty. Even my manager still can't manage me. Non-stop working, down for the salary. Everyday engine burning a calorie. Deep meditation, man can't channel me. I told them man recently, man's been on the deepest frequency. Girls that I love keep on leaving me. When I die they'll keep on grieving me. Gotta deal with this thing evenly. Gotta live this life, just breathe with me. Bad man can't make peace with me. Sit at the table and eat with me. Tell a man ease up. Getting my peas up, won't get a feel up. Is she in feeler? Food in the freezer. Them man try step with the heater. That's why my G's them roll with a squeezer. Expensive gas for the meter. Call me the teacher. True man I leading, call me a leader. Getting my peas up, won't get a feel up. Is she in feeler? Food in the freezer. Them man try step with the heater. That's why my G's them roll with a squeezer. Expensive gas for the meter. Call me the teacher. True man I leading, call me a leader.
We've got high hopes for this contest with these two fighters. Should be a really good matchup. I'm Todd Grisham. Next to me is Johnny Nelson.
The pleasure's always mine, my friend.
It's time now for our tale of Sugar Ray Leonard, an undisputed welterweight champ. Roy. The fans are ready, and it looks like the fighters are now ready. We're expecting an all-action slugfest. They threw the hook. It didn't land. Catch and shoot. Nice counter shot. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Nobody home with that hook. Those counter punches have to hurt. One of the hottest tickets around. It's standing room only for this, our main event.
Can you imagine walking into this, Todd? Walking into an arena with such noise, people chanting your name. You can't even hear your cornerman whispering in your ear. I've been in situations like that where it can be terrorizing if you haven't got your wits about you.
Counter punching. Nice counter. One punch could change everything in this battle. That counter punch caught him clean. That counter shot lands. Punches. He threw a punch and just got countered. They blocked that jab. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Sugar Ray Leonard in that last round. That bell could not have come soon enough for this guy.
These are not...
Come on. Well, we've just taken a big breath, and here we go again. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Straight right just misses. If you like defense, you're going to love this fighter. Excellent defense. They stay on the outside. They use their jab efficiently, and they don't take damage.
This is what makes outside fighters so good. Their footwork is second to none. It's as fast as their hands.
Punch, counter punch. Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. Straight right just misses. The only fear you have with this fighter is, has he punched himself out? Beautiful counter punch. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Leonard in that last round. Well, he is glad to have heard that. There's the bell to start round 3. After that last round, something has got to change.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Beautiful counter shot. This is the kind of fight you expect from two world-class elite middleweights. Throws the jab, but it doesn't score. There's a counter shot. I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
No rest for the weary. Neither one of these fighters want to see the judges' scorecards. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. Nice punch. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Sugar Ray in that last round. What would you tell this? On to the fourth we go. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
Look back in the history books. Some of the best fighters in the world were the middleweights. Yes, the glamour division is the heavyweights, we know. But I'm telling you now, you look right there. These guys are on it. Fast, sharp, powerful. It hurts, and you can imagine that being you. They're the size of an average man.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
That hook misses. Look at that body shot. They couldn't have thrown it any better.
You're right, Todd. What a shot. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Come to me.
Well, they're back up, Johnny, but now what do they do to get back into this? So final 10 seconds of the round, and he is looking really sharp. Let's talk about Leonard in that last round. It's not over till it's over, but that knockdown is going to be huge. On to the fifth we go. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
What a knockdown. 1 minute, you need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with it.
They got out of the way of that right hook. Can't land that jab. This fighter's certainly not going to out-throw their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the glamour weight is a heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace. You can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. Do you know the amazing fights at middleweight are ridiculous? That is what writes our history books.
Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Got out of the way of that right hook. Blocks that jab. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Sugar Ray Leonard in that last fight. There's the bell to start round 6. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart, because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Through the hook, didn't land. Well, Johnny, as you know, there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive.
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
Nice counter shot. Roy Jones Jr. in trouble. Didn't wait long to get back and get engaged.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Good counter punch. That time counter shot. Do not throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. They both want the knockout. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Sugar Ray in that last round. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes. There's the bell to start round 7. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Well done with that counter shot. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Middleweight always gives us a class. If you've got 2 class middleweight fighters, you are in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, Mr. I would just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable middleweight.
He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. Way through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Big swing and a miss with the hook. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Big hook. Good thing it didn't land. Nope, that hook won't score. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Leonard in that last round. You know that bell was sweet. And we enter the 8th round. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Big hook thrown, but it doesn't connect. Slightly off target. And Sugar Ray is rocked. Imagine seeing this punch coming and not being able to do anything about it.
Where did that come from? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You still want to fight?
On their feet, but is this the beginning of the end?
Todd, he's up. I'll be surprised if he makes it back to the corner. And if he does...
I gotta stop you here, Johnny, as we pick up the heat. Wow, that impact was incredible. Let's take another look at it.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
So it's onward and upward after a knockout win here.
Well, there's no argument right there. Now, you say it.
They ain't stopping me, I'm a pro like a Mac. Drip flow like a tap, tiptoe to the stack. Thrive under pressure, know when to attack. When it's showtime, front row to the back. Front line with my back up against the wall. If I'm up against the odds, then I'm about to give it all. About to get them all, I want everything they got. Coming for the top, I won't stop until I fall. Me, I'm trying to ball out like LaMelo Ball. Watch me switch the gears on, I'm wait for him to stall. They're looking all small, trying to run before they crawl. Me, I'm going all out, up against the all. You're up against the clock, up against the clock. Trying to break the doors down, you should've changed
Good evening. We are live from one of the world's most beautiful arenas. This is Falcor Bay. Alongside me, English fighting legend Johnny Nelson.
I feel like a fraud. How have I got these rings?
And here is Showtime. Showtime.
This bout,
Usually you don't need a... build up to this fight has been incredible. Both of these men verbally sparring for weeks, and now they get it on for real. Good defense there to stop that hook. Got him with a left jab. An open-air outdoor stadium. What a venue for this contest.
This is taking boxing back to its roots. Outside, where you've got the crowd there, you can hear everything. You've got the breeze of the wind. You've got the heat of the sun. You know when you're doing this? Your feet are on fire. They're on fire in the ring.
Straight right just misses. Pretty close fight here in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
His stamina is off the charts. Digging into the ribcage now. Straight. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Gonna need a knockout.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
Well, we've just taken a big breath, and here we go again. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
This fighter's always on their toes, trying to get their opponent rattled, get them off kilter, get them out of their rhythm.
If you're an outside fighter, you've got to use that straight jab, the straight right hands, the straight left hands. Doing it that way, it makes it so awkward for anybody to try and pin you down or even predict which way you're moving.
Some big trouble here for Showtime, Sonny Edwards. No, we don't see a knockdown.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
You don't want to trade shots. These punches coming from every angle. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. There's a counter shot. One punch could change the entire complexion of this fight. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close. Let's get it started in round 3. After that last round, something has got to change.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Can't score with that jab. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Good counter punching. Jab slightly off target. Can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
You'd like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. Careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Walk away from each other and then run right back into trouble. And this fight is over. We need to see that again. Some amazing boxing right there.
Even I've got to see that again. You
heard that right, ladies and gentlemen. A knockout.